Now we will learn how to access the photos in Android. So basically you can also access videos by the same method, just you have to remove the images by the video method, and this all the resolving or the accessing procedure is the same. So basically for image you can make functions like this. For example, I have made a path_im function which accepts the activity as a parameter, and whenever you are running this function from the main activity, you can just pass this as an argument, or you can also create a picture object like this to store a list of picture objects. First you have to create an empty URI, and you have to create an array list of string. So this is my type of implementation, which I am just wanting to get the paths of all the images available on my Android device. Then I will create a cursor. So what is a cursor? Basically cursor is used to fetch database queries, but what this has to do with our Android app? So basically in an Android framework or an Android system, all data such as call logs, other type of data, permissions, even photos and videos and their indexing is arranged in a database, and we can use the cursor to access these Android databases maintained by the Android system themselves, so we don't have to hustle of actually finding images ourselves, scanning each and every folder. This would make our app slow and may not be perfect each time. So I make a new array list of string type, name it all images, and initialize the cursor. Then I will make a column data and column index folder name as integers. Then there will be an empty string s with null initialized. Then I will get the URI as android.provider.mediastore.images.media.external content URI. Now this is definite and fixed, so you have to use it in your Android app wherever you want to get the URI to get images from the external directory. Now you can also call or make a string list of as projection, which will have a dictionary, as I told you in the Java lessons, that will make a list by putting square brackets. So projection is a string list in which the first thing that you are putting is mediastore.media_columns.data. So basically projection is the things that you are wanting to retrieve from the database of each item. So for example, of all the images, I want their data and I want their display name. So then we will run the cursor. So we are actually running our queries by calling activity.getContentResolver.query. First parameter as the URI, which I made here. Second is the projection. Third is the selection, but here we do not need filter the incoming information, so I'm passing it null. And then the fourth and the fifth argument as null. So then I will get the column data, which is the index of. So basically this will return to me as a table in which each row is representing a particular image and each column is representing a particular aspect or a particular metadata about each image. So I will get the index of that, I get the number which represents that column number, which has all the data or all the URI of the paths of the images. So I will get that column data by calling cursor to get column index or throw, which will allow me to throw exceptions, media store or media column the data. Now in this I have captured the data. So for example, if data is coming at column 2, so this column data will get 2, or otherwise whichever integer it is getting. Similarly, I will get a column index folder name by the same method. Then I will call a while loop while cursor.move to next, means while there is a next row available, so it will automatically move the cursor. Or I can also type something like cursor. I can also use many functions of the cursor as available here, and then move to next moves the cursor to the next argument, and if it is not there, it will value to false in the while loop will terminate. So as you can see, these are the different functions of the cursor. And move to next is a boolean function which moves the cursor to the next entry or the next result, and then I can get the string, that's the column data, by calling cursor.getString column data. Now this is the column index where I have retrieved earlier, where all the is the column index for the data of each image. Now I'm using the same integer, that's column data, to get my data, and then I've already created an array list of all images, and I'm adding it this s, which is basically getting the paths of all the images, and then I will return all the images. So in this manner I will just get the paths of all the images stored on my user's device. So this was all about accessing your photos. Then you may also specify the function for getting videos. something in a manner like this. So the only difference that you'll get is here you will use video and rest everything will be same. Also notice here that if I want to access the media from the internal directory, I will use the internal content URI, and like this I can do the similar looping to access all the videos available on a device. And you may also take many more attributes of the images or video stored by expanding your projection to get even more information about the stored multimedia objects. Like I can add in media stored or media columns, and then I can add any of this such as width, size, title, height, meme type, which is the format of the video, date added, date modified. So I can call this in my projection, and then I can add an integer and get the column name, since this is not definite each time. But so I will call the cursor.get column index, in that I will call this same projection. So I will get at which column number I will get this particular aspect. For example, here on which column number I will get the data. So this gets me the column number, and we will reverse engineer or reversely use this method by passing the same column in the getString method, as the column number is same for all the entries, since it is basically representing a table. So here I can also add any other attribute such as height and get the column index of height. Similarly, I can get int h is equal to cursor.getString, and then I can pass the y attribute. Now here there is an error, so basically the height is passed to you as a string, which you can later convert it to any integer or float value. I can call cursor.getString y, which will give me the height as a string, and I'm going also retrieve many other aspects. So this was all about accessing photos and videos in Android.